Same old song and dance. You and I are not surrounded by bright lights, which is why things are bad. Up top, you'll see Bill Donahue. Almost said Bill. A lot of people are praising him. Down here, you go, Bill Donahue will set people's minds free if history hasn't convinced them. And he is such a bright light, he didn't punctuate his statement. You can take a screenshot and read what I wrote him. I'm going to move on. I'm going through all the Jeebus people at the moment. There's another one. Come on. There we go. One of the worst apps ever. Said, if the name holds power, why didn't you spell it correctly? If you don't know what I'm talking about, you could take a screenshot and read the words. Not that any of you care, which is why we're surrounded by exceptionally bright lights. That's why things are bad and why they're getting worse. Here's another kid waxing poetic about fucking Bill, and another one waxing poetic about the Jeebus. This is a problem, by the way. They're misleading each other by example. Here are people saying truth and facts. Yeah? Bill did not shop around truth and facts. Bill roped people in with shit that was, how should I put it? Things that were already available to the masses, only they were too lazy to ever look any of it up. And then he lied to you about things that are absolutely not true. Yeah. But what do I know? I'm just doing the right thing and pointing out something else that is obvious if people were using the brain between their ears. Feeling out. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, I'm still up to this, but what the fuck do I know? These kids, they don't know a goddamn thing. Not one. You know what the worst part is? Most of you probably wanted to watch this video, and I don't like leaving things out of context. Typically I don't, but I also don't shop around propaganda. And anything that Bill Donahue ever fucking said was propaganda because he shopped around propaganda. He was actively misleading people. He was a controlled opposition asset, which means the information that's already available to you, which he regurgitated to rope in gullible duds, well, you should probably go find that information on your own, free of the fucking propaganda. But most people will argue in favor of this because it's convenient. It's already prepackaged. I don't have to do anything. I'm going to listen to that guy. And then I'm going to trust that guy. And the more you trust that guy, the more willing you are to repeat the fucking propaganda. And tell your friends. And so it goes. Like a fucking wildfire. And here we are. Meanwhile, this post is not being censored on the DARPA internet, unlike things that I leave online which have 0 views. Here's one of many superficial internet babies' reactions. Their response, his response, he said, "So? I don't follow any man or any religions. The truth is visible to those willing to see." And he couldn't punctuate this or capitalize any of this. And yeah, he's a brilliant person. Said, "I found you on a controlled opposition post. You contradicted yourself." And what the fuck do I know?